While 2022 was a great year for movies, 2023 promises to top it with a schedule full of great films from all types and genres, including science fiction, comic book, comedy, action, and more.
Dial it down with all the
this.
The genre that's gonna have a great year for sure is action, starting off with John Wick Chapter 4 coming out on March 24th. Okay, so The Matrix Resurrection wasn't quite the success fans and Warner Bros. Hoped for in late 2021. But fear not, Keanu Reeves is returning to the franchise he's better known for these days, John Wick. Yes, everyone's favorite dog-loving, revenge-seeking assassin is back for a fourth chapter that promises the gunplay, double crosses, and cool-looking action cinematography that the series is famous for. Returning with Reeves is his Matrix co-star, Lawrence Fishburne, as the Bowery King alongside an impressive roster of new additions to the franchise that includes martial arts master Donnie Yen as a fellow assassin who is blind, actor Bill Skarsgård from It as the main antagonist, Ian McShane as Wick's friend Winston Scott, and rock musician Rina Sawayama as the mysterious Akira. The movie was filmed in Paris, Berlin, Japan, and New York City. The director, Chad Stahelski, helmed the previous 3 John Wicks, so if you like those movies, and chances are you did, then you'll probably like this one. Next up, we have the Super Mario Bros. Movie coming out on April 7th. Super Mario Bros. First came out on April 4th, 1983, as a video game. Ever since then, the Mario Brothers franchise has grown exponentially and has millions of fans. People of all ages are definitely excited about this movie coming out. The storyline for this movie is about a Brooklyn plumber named Mario that travels through the Mushroom Kingdom with a princess named Peach and a mushroom named Toad to find Mario's brother, Luigi, and to save the world from a ruthless fire-breathing Koopa named Bowser. Voicing Mario is none other than Star-Lord, aka Chris Pratt. Luigi's voiced by Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Anya Taylor-Joy voicing Princess Peach, the one and only Jack Black voicing Bowser, and the hilarious Seth Rogen voicing Donkey Kong. This movie's certainly going to be a hit, and really enjoyable, so make sure you don't miss it. Making a comeback is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, coming out on June 30th, 2023. Speaking to The Hollywood Reporter, the acting legend and star Harrison Ford spoke out about how this time around, the tone of the film is much different, as it will explore a much different version of the famous archaeologist. Ford says, "What I love is that we're meeting him at a different point in his life to where we've seen him in these other films," said Ford. "It's a logical place for him to be at this stage, considering his behavior and what he spent his time doing. It's a very interesting script Jim came up with." Alongside the tone of the film, this Indiana Jones will also see a major departure from the franchise in that legendary director Steven Spielberg will not be directing. However, while James Mangold will be helming the film, Spielberg still played a large part on the movie. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is being produced by Kathleen Kennedy, Frank Marshall, and Simon Emanuel, with John Williams returning to score the film. Real quick, before we continue the video, make sure you check out our Netflix series video to see what Netflix shows are coming out this year. Anyways, back to the video. For comedy this year, we have a movie called Strays featuring Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx coming out on June 9th, 2023. This movie isn't your ordinary dog-based comedy. Think movies like The Hangover or 21 Jump Street, but with dog protagonists instead of human ones.
I love Doug.
Hey! Shut the up!
After a dog is abandoned by his owner, the pup teams up with a ragtag group of fellow strays and concocts a plan to get revenge. Judging by the trailer, I think this movie's gonna be hilarious, but it is rated R, so sorry kids, you won't be able to watch. Next up for comedy movies, we got Murder Mystery 2 coming out on March 31st to Netflix. It's the sequel to Murder Mystery, which came out on June 14, 2019, starring Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. Their characters, Nick and Audrey, are full-time detectives that are struggling to get their private eye agency off the ground. They find themselves at the center of international abduction when their friend Maharaja is kidnapped at his own lavish wedding. It's for sure going to be entertaining. A comic book movie that's coming out this year is The Flash, featuring Ezra Miller, coming out on June 16th. A lot of fans have been waiting for this movie for a while now, so it definitely is one of the most anticipated movies of this year, along with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. But by the time this video is released, Ant-Man will have already premiered, so there would be no point to include it. Anyways, the plot for this movie is Barry Allen, aka The Flash, uses his super speed to change the past, but his attempt to save his family creates a world without superheroes, forcing him to race for his life in order to save the future. Well, I know what I'm going to be watching this June. Another exciting comic book film coming out this year is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, premiering on May 5th. Oh boy, this is an exciting one for all you Marvel fans out there. I know I'm excited. Anyways, we have confirmation that sadly, this film will be the last Guardians of the Galaxy film directed and written by James Gunn. He's directed all the Guardians of the Galaxy films, so it's sad to hear that this will be his last one. But now, let's get to the plot of the film. Peter Quill is still reeling from the loss of Gamora and rallies his team to defend the universe and one of their own, a mission that could mean the end of the Guardians if not successful. Hopefully they succeed, because I don't know about you, but I don't want to cry as much as I did when I watched Endgame. Last but not least, we got a sci-fi movie that everyone's excited about coming out on November 3rd, Dune 2. It's the sequel to the first Dune movie starring Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya as the main characters. In part 2, viewers can expect Villeneuve's plot to favor the second half of Herbert's Dune, which tracks Timothy's character Paul rise to power among the Freemen and his eventual rebellion against Padishah Emperor Shaddam IV. Paul's journey to become the fabled Kwisatz Haderach will test his character and imperil his life. I'm excited. How about you guys? Let us know down in the comments. Anyways, thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already.